Soccer tryouts. Howard was never the athletic type. In fact, he was always the fat kid. People made fun of him for his size. Howard wanted to change that. He wanted to be more healthy. He wanted to get into sports. He saw a flyer for soccer tryouts. Howard never played soccer, but he watched it on TV. Howard had 1 week to get ready before tryouts. He watched soccer games on his TV for 2 hours. He bought a soccer ball and kicked it around at home and at the park. He bought the book How to Play Soccer. He asked his dad to play with him, too. Howard felt like he was a great soccer player. He was ready. He went to tryouts. There were at least 50 boys trying out. Howard got nervous. They all looked like they knew what they were doing. They could bounce the ball on their heads, juggle the ball with their knees, and kick the ball far. The coach set up a game for the boys to play. Howard was on the red team. Someone passed the ball to Howard. Howard stopped in the middle of the field. "What are you doing, man?" his teammate asked. Howard took a deep breath and told himself he could do it. Howard got his head back into the game. He caught the ball with his foot and made a goal. He couldn't believe it, no one could. Howard made the team. A jealous girlfriend. Owen and Donna had been dating for about 3 months. Everything was going well until Donna saw Owen hugging her best friend, Leanne. Owen and Leanne barely knew each other, so why were they hugging? After school, Owen and Donna met in their usual place. Owen tried to kiss her, but Donna turned away. "What's wrong?" he asked. She told him that she saw him hugging Leanne. She was crying. "She got a really bad grade on her biology test, so I was just trying to be nice," Owen said. "Yeah, but you didn't have to hug her," Donna said. Owen couldn't believe that Donna was that jealous. "It's really not a big deal," Owen said. "It's a big deal to me. Other people were even telling me that it looked like you guys were a couple," Donna said. Owen rolled his eyes. "So what would you have done if you were me?" Owen asked. "I would have just talked to her and give her a pat on the back," Donna said.
"Okay, now I know what to do next time."
"Can we just make up?" Owen asked. Donna nodded her head. She was tired of arguing. The two of them went to get lunch and do homework together. Writing an essay. Bradley was a typical cool guy. He was the captain of the football team dating the head cheerleader. He was rich, tall, and good-looking. He was also the president of the high school. Bradley had one problem. It was his grade in English. He couldn't write an essay to save his life. He had trouble coming up with ideas. Bradley's final English paper was supposed to be about his role model. He wanted to write about his football coach. Bradley knew he couldn't do well by himself, so he hired the smartest student in class to help him. He was going to pay Melody $10 an hour. Bradley invited Melody to his house.
"Okay, Bradley, start with an interesting sentence that's going to grab the reader's attention."
"How about soccer is called football in most countries?" Bradley suggested. "But that has nothing to do with your topic," Melody said. Bradley felt bad. "Hey, don't feel bad. Coming up with hooks can be challenging. Why don't you use a quote that your coach said?" Melody suggested. Bradley thought that was a good idea. His hook was football is an art, not a game. Addicted to coffee. Daniel was addicted to coffee. He drank 2 cups in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. He can't think or do anything without coffee. His mom wanted him to stop drinking coffee. She decided to throw out all the coffee and give him milk. Daniel was so mad. "Mom, I can't go to school without coffee," Daniel said. "This is for your own good," his mom said. Daniel went to school. He was cranky and tired without coffee. He didn't want to talk to his friends or pay attention in class. His teachers kept waking him up. They told him to go to the nurse's office. Daniel went to the nurse and asked for coffee. She laughed at him. She said that he needed to drink less coffee, but not stop completely. She told him to drink 4 cups a day, then 3, and eventually he won't need coffee. Daniel told his mom what the nurse said. "But that means I have to buy coffee again." Daniel laughed at his mom. Daniel and his mom went to the market to buy some good coffee. Daniel did what the nurse told him to do. It was much easier to drink less coffee than none at all. Mom and her daughter. Frances did not get along with her mom because they had different personalities and goals. Frances' mom was a CEO of a cell phone company. She was incredibly smart, having gone to Harvard University. Her mom cared a lot about money, success, and appearances. Frances was the opposite. Frances didn't go to college. She started an art business, selling her original art pieces.
As long as she could feed herself and live somewhere, it was okay.
She also did not mind not being famous. Frances didn't care about her appearance, either. Unlike most girls, she has her hair up to her ears, she never shaved, and only owned 10 pieces of clothing. Frances' mom was upset that her daughter chose this lifestyle. Whenever Frances' mom visited her daughter, they would have a fight. Frances' mom would say some rude comments about Frances' lifestyle, and Frances would tell her mom that she was greedy and shallow. Frances wanted her mom to support what she was doing. Frances was going to get married. She wanted to invite her mom to her wedding, but she knew that she wouldn't approve of her fiancé because he was exactly like Frances. However, at the end of the day, Frances loved her mom, so she gave her the wedding invitation.